My mate Ryan brought me a Volca sample which I fixed, but that wasn't all that was in the bag. Here we also have a Scarlett Clarion audio interface. These are pretty high-end things. Focusrite Clarett, not Clarion, Octoplus. So these are pretty expensive things, and he says it's not working, it's not turning on, or at least it's not staying on. So the first thing we're going to do is verify it on my own power so that I know what the fault is. So let's give it a shot, shall we? Let's have a look. See if we can power this bad boy up. Nothing at all. Not even a flicky. Okay, let's have a look what we're getting down that pipe. Should be getting in the region of 240 volts. Don't touch the prongs. Right, let's get it apart. Giving it a sniff test. It does smell. Something might have gone. So here's the power board. There's the socket going in. I had it at the top right earlier, so it's around 180 degrees. It looks like this has been recapped. So someone's been in here before. Often when people recap something, they do mark them, as has been done in that case. Now, I've got to be careful sticking my hands around here because this could well be live, but I'd like to know if there's any volts left on that board. Can you see that light flickering? It's like it's constantly resetting. Doesn't seem to be a fuse. I'm getting about 30 volts at the voltage regulator. I'm getting no power light at all. Yeah, not got much to work on so far, but that is making a noise as well. Okay, let's check the fuse anyway. I've got this case open, but yeah, we've got continuity across the fuse. I can't see any real faults here. This voltage regulator is getting a little bit hot, but not massively. Check this diode. I wonder if that, check the voltage drop on it. 552 millivolts. Nothing. That diode looks good. So that one. Interesting. I'm not seeing any real problems with this so far. I am a bit scared with my probes in a power supply, even though it's unplugged. That just straight through. Is that not a? It's not a diode, is it? Maybe that is Duff. D9. Don't really know enough about this, to be honest. Where does that come from? Right, we're going to have a pull of this power switch. I'll tell you for why. Because, oh, can I even get that out? Does that come out? I want to pull the power switch because I want to know if it's working, basically. There you go. This is one of the stupidest things I've ever done, isn't it? 240 volts. And if I turn off the power, not 240 volts, but not no volts. If I pull it, then no volts. So it's getting a bit of smoothing there. So those caps are draining now. Right, it's not the switch. Okay, so here's the faults that I can see. 3.3 volt rail hasn't got the right voltage at all. 5 volt rail hasn't got the right voltage at all, and looks really unsteady. These don't seem to do anything. This is the best rail, but it's not giving as much power as it should. We know that the switch is good, we know that the power coming in is good, so recapping this board might work. This diode doesn't seem, it just seems to pass voltage. It doesn't, I don't know if it's supposed to stop anything or if it's just acting as a fuse, I don't know. At this point we contacted the manufacturer, Focusrite, and they were able to ship us a new power board. We've ordered a new part for this, which is this board here, which I'm hoping will match this one. I mean, we'll soon find out. So we're going to have the old board out, put the new board in and see where we are. What we're hoping is that this makes the power points go to normal, and from there maybe we can get some power to the board. Okay, let's put that needle noses. Okay. This one. There we go. Alright, my best just pull in the whole unit, I think. Larger screwy. What I'd like to do is compare the serial numbers as well. Right, is that all of them? It is. Okay, let's have a look at the board. So let's make a mark on it so we know that this is the one I've removed. Let's see if I've got a pen. No, I've never got a pen when I need one. Rule 1 of the world. A little S for sus there. So let's compare these. I mean, that looks for all the world like the same board to me. I don't see any meaningful difference on the PCB, just at a quick glance. Yep, okay, let's take the sus one out. Let's put this new one in. Now I'm not going to screw it all in, I'm just going to drop it in. So there's the power from the wall. And that'll take it as to sort of to be honest, it's quite in the way, isn't it? Worry about that later. There's probably a proper way to feed it, isn't there? Right, let's get some, using plastic not metal so I don't damage things. Okay, and the truth. Oh, and it went pop straight away. You see that? Fuse just blew. Yeah, the fuse blew. That's interesting. Can smell it. Something went there, didn't it?
Just want to check we've actually got names coming through. So if we, where's the volts there?
Yeah.
Is that AC or DC?
It starts at DC. If I press that, it's now AC.
There's no AC coming through.
No, this is what I found. So what I'd done is I'd pulled that and I just put the probe straight into it.
So it could be that that's gone.
It could indeed.
But yeah, it's reading 1 meg ohm. That is weird. So hang on a second. So because that is going through the switch and we've metered the switch. Okay, so
they're definitely making contact, those probes. Careful. Have I got that on?
That says AC, and that's 2 volts.
What the heck? Right, rolling. Okay, shall we meter now and see if the test points are... Oh, look, it's blinking again, so it's back how it was. This is what it was doing before.
Right, so that's the original power
supply. That is, yeah.
Okay. So now we can, at some point now, later on, we'll try the other power supply and see. Okay, but basically it's taking the fuse out in the...
Let's do a bit of voltage testing then. So we're now expecting the test points to work properly. Let's go for 5 volts. There's the voltage. 5 volts. Let's check 3.3 volts. 3.3, spot on. 5 volts at this test point. Spot on. 48 volts. 48 volts. Job done. I can only test this so far because it doesn't connect to USB. I mean, goodness knows I connect this thing up, but let's try the microphone. The cat is in the bag and the bag's in the river. So that's a phantom going into a condenser. Obviously, it's just coming through my phone here, but I'm just testing it on a mic. So as far as I can tell, it's working. Look at that VU meter bounce. Look at it bounce. Look at it bounce. And I have no idea how to connect this to anything. In conclusion, the fault was I'd put the new board in, which was the right thing to do, but I'd somehow grounded it. So that's why there was that arcing, because I hadn't screwed it in properly, so it wasn't properly grounded, and maybe some of the components on the bottom, some of the traces were touching the metal of the casing. So that's why I got the arcing, and that just blew the fuse immediately, mercifully, in the flex. So changing the flex, putting the new board back in, tightening it all up, worked first time. So successful repair. Thanks, Dad, for the help.